Get in, nerds. We're playing Victoria 3. You might notice that it's a year later. Had another little recording issue. Not that big of a deal. But I do apologize because, 1913 was an interesting year, kind of. I didn't do all that much, though. I just kind of managed the increase of our navies. Right now, Germany has called in our obligation in their war against Japan. They're trying to take some states, so I've just gone and put some of our small armies here. Japan does not have much in the way of armies. So let's go ahead and get that going here. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue to manage our naval situation as we get some scout cruisers. As we get more of these, more of our scout cruisers and ironclads and dreadnoughts built, I'm going to be reducing our number of ironclads as needed. Alright, actually, Sheerness Station is ready to start getting dreadnoughts fired. Another Hell on Earth event, I'm going to launch an inquiry. ABLI, always be launching an inquiry. If someone says you got hell on earth in your plantations, launch yourself an inquiry and don't even worry about it. Let's do 10 dreadnoughts. Let's do another 10 in. Alright. So yes, again, I apologize. Not much happened last episode. We've just been continuing to decay our infamy. We're actually at the point where we could grab the state we want to grab, but I can't. Oh, hold up. I actually can. Because we're not in the same... Because we're not in the same diplomatic play. So, if I conquer Basra, 12.4 is the amount of infamy. I've got 12.1 right now, so that's not going to put me over. So we'll go ahead and grab it. They have not accepted, so we'll see what transpires from this. Germany wants to know if we would like an alliance. Let's say no for now. We can definitely sway them in. Rubber and Kasai, very good. Kasai is where? I'm gonna have to use the Hootie Waddy. Is it this one? No, that's the Wikipedia. And here. Okay, well, I would not have successfully found it. That's a good place, though. Got plenty of rubber available here. Very good. So what's going to be my strategy here? I think if I can sway... The person I'd love to sway is Egypt, but they're not interested. I don't think I'm going to need any assistance from anyone unless someone else decides to try to bust in and deal with this. Okay, Russia sides with the Ottomans. Strange. Austria-Hungary too. Well, of course, Shaggy. Germany, what do you want? Humiliate Austria-Hungary? Don't mind if I do. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Come on in, Germany. The water's fine. Back down. Let's see, I could get Spain. Transfer states. You want Gibraltar, I bet. I don't want to give you Gibraltar. South Cameroon. Ah. No thanks. Spain is not really powerful enough to... Turn Thessaly. Now that's tempting, actually. Because this would give me a front. Yeah, we'll do it. Perfect. So now, we'll go ahead and mobilize our major armies. We'll keep the household division and the home army where they are. And then we'll set our objective to the capital. Constantinople is still the capital of the Ottoman Empire. It's not. What's the capital of the Ottoman Empire these days? Hudavendigar is the capital. Alright. Not here. That's costing us significant cash. But I guess we knew that was going to happen. There's the war with Japan. We've already got armies in position here, so I'm not super concerned about it. Guns and steam. John Fisher successfully deployed our impressive dreadnoughts in the ongoing conflict, proving that they are not mere vanity projects for the Navy. At first, onlookers were shocked, as it had appeared from the distance that the ship itself had exploded. In fact, the flames engulfing it were from its first full broadside. The ship itself was quite unharmed, although I've heard later that it is inadvisable to keep any fragile objects on board for such an occasion. More impressive now than ever, for extra prestige, or now that we know how to use them effectively even in peacetime. I'm just going to go with prestige. I don't have enough dreadnoughts to be really affecting that situation. We've almost got units in position here. Austria-Hungary is no longer involved? Is involved. Okay. Right, sorry. So, Germany is primarily over here. And that's fine. That's fine. We can get them doing what they need. We've got a radio shortage. Maybe if video would stop killing the radio stores, we would be doing better about that. Alright, I'm going to set... We're going to be producing radios. We're going to be producing radios every day. Home counties are going to produce radios. Midlands, radios. West Country, radios. Oh, no, that was a mistake. Not too many radios, but we're going to produce a lot of radios. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this going. Again, I think we're going to experience significant success here, and I'm not really concerned about... Wow, Japan sure has a 10-to-1 strength ratio on us over here. That's really impressive, but we're just bashing straight forward in the south, so I'm hoping we'll be able to just kind of knock this war completely out based on this front alone. But I need to keep an eye on it, because I don't want to be in that situation where I wind up with two fronts, and that ends up being a whole kerfuffle. I'm going to put... Gosh, I actually need another commander here. This guy's good. This guy's very good, in fact. And he's a naval commander. Where do we want this fleet? This fleet here. I think that's the right place for that fleet. We'll see. We'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and increase the game speed here just to press forward this war here. This front, this battle. I did increase the overall level of mobilization goods that my armies were using, and that did give us a large... Ooh, 2 arms. That did give us a large increase in cost, but I'm hoping it doesn't wind up being that big of a deal. We are moving forward here very fast, so I'm hoping that just winds up being fine. Afro-American people become migrating from Crew to Connaught. Wonderful. Ah yes, because Afro-Americans are Anglophone. I'm going to set these 3 armies to defend for now. Or it's just 2 armies. I'm going to set these No, it is 3. Alright, alright. Here I am making a fool of myself again. I'm going to set these 2 armies to just defend. This army needs to go here. And then we can sweep up this way and down this way, and then we'll be able to just get Japan fully occupied and not even have to worry about it. Oh my goodness. What even are these armies doing? Things are bananas. We're sweeping directly into the Austro-Hungarian Empire and from the bottom, and nobody's... Oh man, things are getting real weird over here. I leave Europe. I leave the continent. I leave the continent alone for 5 weeks, and suddenly I'm crashing into the rear end of Austria-Hungary with absolutely no recourse. Unbelievable. I don't know what this 24 Battalion Army is doing here when it should be up here, defending that front. Chilean mass immigration, that's cool. Alright, that's the Shikoku front. Now, we've also got a front in Kyushu. Probably should have put the 24 Battalion Army over there, but it is what it is. It's probably going to knock out much of that. Oh boy, things are really wild over here. You're going to this front that's undefended, right? Oh boy, you guys. Can you just get on the front that matters, please? Oh boy, I got fronts and area codes, friends, I gotta say. Alright, well that front is cleared out, so that's fine. And then we got a front here in Kyushu, or that's Shikoku, this is Kyushu. My Japanese geography is not the greatest. Japan is probably going to surrender pretty soon, and then we can get these armies over to the west to do the things we want to do. And we are successfully crossing over here into Hood of Vendigar. We've nearly got it taken over. And that should be this pretty much sorted out in good order. Ottoman Empire is losing war support pretty fast. Austria-Hungary is losing war support pretty fast. And there's stormtroopers. Wonderful. So that means we've got some availability. And I think we're just going to clear out the rest of the military, the land techs, and then we'll see where we are after that. I'm not the negotiating partner in this war, so as soon as Germany wants to declare this war completed, that's their right. Alright. This army can go over here. Oh no, that army was there. And this army is going... Sorry, go over here. Oh my god. France... I can't believe you've done this. You're trying to grab Pontianak? Fine. I'll steal more territory from you. I don't care. Let me see. What do we want? What do we want? Maybe French Timbuktu? We got the West Indies. You know what? Let's grab East Borneo. What's our infamy? 20.2. Should be fine. War goal, conquer states. I can't get Eastern New Guinea. It's too much infamy. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Gapple. Alright, well, we'll go with... Let's go with war reparations. And we got a bunch of countries we can bring in on this, so that'll be fine. So, situation in Japan is completely good to go. So I'm just going to start pulling troops off of there. So, we want one army over there. It's the Army of the Mediterranean. Army of Australia we'll put over here. Malaya. Army of Canada we'll put over here. French Equatoria. Now, all of our other armies, I need to put, these are now the main fronts in Africa. So, we'll get the Army of Ireland en route. What if I didn't humiliate Austria-Hungary? They're losing war support pretty fast still. What if I took this army and put it here? And then I could take the Army of India. I need to keep it here, though, because I don't want the enemy to be able to advance unopposed against me over there. But I will need to put these armies in Africa to fight against the French. Beautiful. All right. Wonderful. And Japan is still isolated, so all of my trade routes to Japan are now cancelled. What do you mean? They shouldn't be, because this is a treaty port. I'll grab the Army of the Cape of Good Hope, and we'll put them in Africa as well. So these shouldn't be disabled. I'm just going to give this a week to turn over. Yeah, no, okay, they're all still disabled. All right, so we'll just take all of our trade routes to Japan, and we'll just scrap them, because I don't know why this situation has occurred, but it for sure has, and it's not great. So, let's go ahead and get us unpaused here. Let's let this army get in place, and then we got our two main armies. Hold on. Where are you going? Portsmouth Station. Oh, you're a fleet. Alright. It's the Army of Ireland that's with which we need concern ourselves. You're going here. Right, Army of West Africa is still en route, but it's almost where it needs to be. Perfect. So, that army is there. This army needs to go over here. We've still got a pretty good force comparison over here. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Pretty much once Austria-Hungary falls out of this war, I'll be able to get this knocked right out, and then I'll be able to focus my effort on fighting against the French. Okay. All right. Here's one's a trade agreement. So, provided none of the Ottoman Empire gets taken back over by our enemies, I think that this will be just fine. We'll be able to just... It's going to take a lot of weeks, but I'm overall feeling pretty confident in our ability to win this. You have to be pretty conscientious about watching this, though, because I need to make sure that I don't experience some kind of problem over here that is irresolvable. More support's looking fine. 3 more weeks here. How long has this episode been? Of course, I've completely lost track of how long this episode is because of that whole business with the recording. Alright, perfect. And we've nearly gotten the Army of India in place. I forgot to bring countries in, but that's okay. I can defeat the French all on my own. All by myself. Okay, so 2 arms. And this will be ready to go right now. Alright, that's everything we want. Give me peace. And now Basra is mine. So that means it's time to build some... we don't have oil here yet, so it's just silk plantations. It's just privately owned silk plantations all the way down, which is fine. That's exactly what we need. So, Army of West Africa needs to go to the Ottoman front here. And let me just make sure. Let me get my heavy barrage. 10% offense versus morale damage, kill rate, general advancement speed, devastation, reduced occupation. No, that's okay. I'm just going to get all these armies back on advance, because that's what they need to be doing. Wow, I completely goofed on getting other countries into the war. That was really smart, y'all. I did a big smart. Perfect. Gonna put this army over here in North Africa. Switzerland, what's going on with your flag? Elective dictatorship. Parliamentary republic autocracy. How curious. Alright, so the Army of the Mediterranean, we don't have any more fronts with France over here. I don't know why armies keep falling off of this front here with Siam, but they do. So, the Army of Australia, yeah, you can go ahead and clear out the Christmas Islands front. That's completely fine. Please just go to the front next to an Ionian peasant revolt. What are all these peasants doing in Ionia anyway? Alright, we're going to the main front. What front are you going to? The main front. Alright, cool. We're doing what we want to be doing. So, we're just trying to get war reparations from the French. We got way too much infamy to be grabbing states off of them. I could have brought Germany into this, but I did not. But that's okay. I feel extremely confident in my ability to actually win a war against France. And we're going to see how much money that's going to be. So our current line item for diplomatic pacts is 500k, which is just a monstrous amount of cash. We are making huge bank off of all of the diplomatic pacts that we've got. All these fronts seem just buck wild. Seems like we're going forward with what could be described as reckless abandon, I would say. You got this front here closed out? Cool. You on the Onion Islands front. Can't reach front. Alright, so that's okay. We're going to put you on the Marrakesh Equatorial front. I'm not sure where that front is. I think it's this one. Can I put you down as undecided because every front is terrible? Well, anyway, we're winning in Africa now, so that should be just fine. Does France have war support protection? No, they do not. I don't think you ever have war support protection. Oh, they're going for freaking... Hold on. They're naval invading here. I need to get a fleet in position to stop that. We got 30 ships. Gonna get almost that many, and then we'll get a larger fleet en route over here so that we can properly protect their shores. The shores of Pontianak. Yeah, because I think when the only war goal that exists against you is for war reparations, you never have war support protection. I think that's a little thing just to help small countries to win wars against large countries, is when the only thing you go for is war reparations. You never... Oh, boy. Crisis in Paris. Discontent in the French Republic has led to the seizure of the city of Paris by revolutionaries. France is now split between two rival governments, that of Paris and that of Versailles. It is now midday, and the whole affair wore a most strange and incomprehensible aspect, to one not brought up to making barricades. Instead of a government blocking every street, as was the case in the morning, a hostile cannon was now looking down every street. The Paris government has no leg to stand upon. British relations toward the French Republic improve. The French Republic could use a change in government. Paris Commune will be advantaged. Or we have no interest in this. Relations with the French Republic deteriorate. I'm going to do the bottom one. I don't necessarily want the communards to get control of France. On the other hand, yeah, we have no interest in this. If France wants to collapse, let her collapse. Meanwhile, yes, that's the Ionian Islands. Britain should take the islands. We are winning our war against our naval battle against France here. We have a much larger fleet on the way. And this is an army, so as long as we can continue to win naval battles here, we shouldn't have a problem with keeping the French away. You're going to this front, right? Yes, you are. Alright, perfect. There's the Ionians, so we'll go ahead and we'll get a small fleet invading, and we'll get the army of Australia helping out. I know it's going to be low naval efficiency, but that's fine. They have no landing progress. They're putting too many armies here without enough fleets to protect them. Alright, so at this point, France is losing war support at a rate of 2.7 per week. Colombia sides with Spain against the Philippines. They've got 42 war support. But we are still winning battles over here. If we can continue to hold against them, we can continue to take over what we're taking over. And before too long, we should be able to... I'm going to put the Army of Ireland and the Army of India back in Britain. And we're going to see if we can just go ahead and naval invade. What is France's capital right now? Because it's not Paris. Ah, French Ile-de-France. No, it's not the capital. Where's the capital? Wait, hold on. I'm looking in the wrong place. Gosh darn it, France. Where are you running your government out of? Rhône? Ridiculous. Alright, so actually, we want to station both of these armies in Africa. Because we're going to grab this fleet. I'm going to try to invade Provence with the army of Ireland. And we're going to see if we can make that happen. And if we can't, then it's a tragedy, but it is what it is. Their naval invasion here is still stalled. Like, I think we're going to be able to win this war without naval invading France, but I think it would be fun to naval invade France. Plus, we're going to get a nice pile of cash out of it. They might be willing to accept a white peace at this point. They would be, but I'm going to see if I can get those war reparations. Because they're losing war support 3 a week, and they've lost their capital, which is pretty funny, in my humble opinion. Alright, we got forces landing. So I'm just going to go ahead and set Rhône as the strategic objective, because that's their capital. And then I'm going to pull the Army of India over. And that's going to be just everything we could possibly want. Right, got a battle going here. Something like that's going to be a success. We are landing troops. So I'm feeling pretty confident overall. What's our infamy at now? 14.6. That's pretty good. Belgium still has a truce with us for another 2 and change years. Hello, are you getting going? Are you on this front? Yes, okay. You're just standing around pretending not to be. Okay, and we're not winning over here, but we're winning on both of these sides, so I'm feeling pretty good overall. And hopefully, once their war support dips below 0, we'll be able to get these war reparations, and that'll be just fine. I think it's worth the price tag here. All right, and that is peace deal. All right, so how much are they giving us? France is giving us 42k. That's actually not that much. I'm genuinely really surprised by that, because I figured the payments would be really substantial. Like, they're substantial, but they're sure not as much as they could be. In any case, we'll go to the end of the year. We'll close out our other war. That should demobilize our other armies unless we end up having a situation. Let's go ahead and rebase all of our armies to their various locations. Army West Africa can go to Senegal. Home Army and Household Division can stay where they are. Army of the West Indies can go to the West Indies. Army of Cape of Good Hope can go to Southern Africa. The Army of India and the Army of Ireland are perfectly fine where they are. Go ahead and boost up the game speed here. And the Ionians are basically conquered at this point. Alright, and that has improved our financial situation massively. So, we got 13.2 infamy, so we can do a little bit more in terms of conquering. We still haven't discovered the oil here, but our industrialists are building up pretty significant supplies here. What do we have? I feel certain that we've got shortages in taxation coverage. We absolutely do. Ulster, Midlands, Yorkshire. But that should be reasonably... Oh, we can do NCO incorporation. Excellent. That should be reasonably... Wait. I don't need to expand these, because I can change the production method. Ulster, Midlands, Yorkshire. So, if I grab these and switch them over to telephone switchboards, Ulster, Yorkshire, and the Midlands. And that'll cost me some cash, but it'll also give me a bunch of administrative capacity. And taxation capacity, presumably. Alright, perfect. So, that cost me a lot of cash, actually. But that'll let me incorporate more territories, and that's what I want. Are there more territories that I want to incorporate, though? Not sure. Oh, it's just these ports getting built. How are things going in Basra? We've still got quite a bit of turmoil here. Got some fairly low standards of living. Got some unemployment, but not much. Oh my goodness. Stop the presses. A newspaper banned under British law has started being printed under the permissive laws of the French Republic and smuggled across the border. You still have your copyright. I'll pay you half of what you get for it in El Reef. Her friend reluctantly handed over the paper. You know, my dad says it's all rubbish what it says about the king. Yeah, well, he can't read, can he? We can look the other way just this once. This pisses off everyone and improves relations with France. Or crack down hard and everyone's spreading this filth. We're going to do the second one. Because that makes all of our reactionary interest groups happy. And we're not doing great with the French. Of course, now the French want to be conciliatory because they keep winning wars against them. In any case, though, I think that is all we've got time for tonight. Okay. Yeah, that's all there is. We've had a wild little war. Again, I apologize for having that bit missing. And yeah, the situation in Japan seems a little bit silly. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe Germany and I'll just go ahead and partition Japan. In any case, though, that's all we've got for tonight. So, I've had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time. And I'll see you all on the other side.